Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to ISTORIA. We're continuing the end of the game. The end of these Armageddon games. So, in the end of the last level, the last episode, we just talked to Grindel, who was over there. He's dead, but, we talked to him with a crystal. And he said that we need to lower the coolant rods into the coolant, and then they'll teleport a ship for us to put into a slot, which is right there and there. And then we gotta go that way. And then it's time to escape. To escape. To escape. As you can see, we have 35 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, it plays this theme song. It's like in an anime. This is like when the last episode of an anime would like play an extended version of the theme song for like the final fight, So I think a lot of people have this ending sequence. So yeah, what we're doing is we literally have to there we go. We are literally running to the end of the game. We are at the end of the game. We are running from the end to back to the beginning. And so you kind of need to have a general idea of how to get back to the beginning, which luckily I do. And even more luckily, they give you a lot of spells, so you can really kind of go wild. I didn't need to use that many chambers, but it's fine. Okay. And you can generally tell that you're going the right way when there is either a locked door in a color that you may or may not have had. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. Plus, they will also generally give you spells if you're going the right way. So, let's see if we got a black hole. Fuck me. There is a black hole, though. Yeah, there is. There's going to be a guy on this staircase. Nice. Yeah, they're giving us lots of health. This is not meant to be a slow, methodical fight like a lot of marathon stuff. It's like here. In fact, I think I pointed out at the time, like, oh, this is for the end of the game. So when I passed this, but we did not have the teal key card when we were first passing through that area. Shit. There we go, chambers. So this getting on? Yes. Okay. Damn, I forgot that. figure out the timekeeper gets increased projectile speed. I don't need to be fighting these guys. What am I doing? So that makes the grenade launcher really fast. Yeah, none of these save points work, by the way, so. We did not have a white key card when we first came through here. Actually, we might have. Ah, shit. Yeah, they look scary, but they can't actually hit you because of the projectiles. So you gotta also make sure not to hang out here because the elevator stops moving. Actually, probably safe. It's just good not to hang around. Okay, we can take a minute to make ammo. Yeah, okay. Shotgun sounds good right now. Yeah, fuck it. Alright. I think there's a switch we need to shoot coming up. Sometimes I get ambushed in the back by like either Svet or those like regular Svet or those type of Svet. Here we go. Alright, now I need to and I have my time freezing ready. Like that. Let's just kind of and we're gonna stop time right now. And black hole, because there's one right there. Oh, there's two. Fuck. Alright, well that was actually, that first one was premature. But it doesn't matter because there's two. Oh, we got the Juggernaut. Nice. Damn, we actually got a lot of health. Okay. I forgot to hit the switch to lower this. This is a slow lowering. Okay, I need to make sure I don't miss this because it is timed. I really couldn't pick up that chambers, really? Or did I just miss it? Because I mean, I definitely should have walked over it. Doesn't really matter. I'm probably not going to use all 5, but you know, still would be nice. Okay, shit, I actually don't remember which way. I think here. I think I want to go up these stairs. We can actually afford to heal. Wow, this is amazing. Don't actually do these guys. Yeah, look, it's fine. There's another black hole. And I haven't been using Furies enough. That's what I need to use more of. Ooh, that's some ammo. Okay. Shit. I was trying to press the switch, not to create shotgun that first time, but it's fine. Okay, this one used to confuse me, but you just have to, yes, go through here, mostly because it's protected. Yeah, here. This is this lift right here. Then go back up hill. Shit. Not good. Not good. I have 4 black holes, please. Nope. Fury's overbleeding. Okay, I think we're going still the right way. Yes. Okay, here. Time for the black hole. Yeah, we're expecting these. No way, I'm fucking with that. Not there. Here, I think. Yes. See how much that guy was bobbing and weaving? Fuck, okay. A little back roaching there. That's fine. Okay, zip over here. That's the big hunter can survive the lightning. Good thing I have 8 left now. Okay, yeah, we're just about done. We can start spamming black holes. Ooh, a couple of guys survived. And not there. Not there either. There. Here. Oh. Okay, let's go back down and grab that black hole. Why don't we... Oh my god. What the fuck? Why don't we fully clear these areas? Alright, I think that's it. Okay. Well, yeah, that is the end. Once we step on board the Astoria, or the, whatever the hell this shuttle was called, we will complete the game. And it'll show us ending text screen that's probably going to get cut off in the recording, so I won't, I'll read it, but I won't, just talk about it. I'll talk about that just like the other endings. There's also a new... There's like a score card screen to show you how you did, like how many kills you got and stuff. So we definitely just increased our kill count by a pretty good amount with those last few black holes. So like I was saying, a lot of people may have complained about that ending sequence, but I mean, as long as you know where to go, which, you know, to be fair, I didn't know where to go the first time either. I had to look it up. But even after I looked it up, I still forgot it a few times. So once I finally got it down to memory, like I played through it a couple more times again, just because it's actually enjoyable once you get it down just right, because you're just running through with spells and, you know, blowing guys up basically. So, as you can see, it seems kind of scary because, you know, oh, it's time, it's only 35 minutes, but, you know, 35 minutes is a long time. I get this joke. Oh, he's running. Dude, they're scared of me, dude. So I had 35 minutes. I finished with about 22 minutes, I think. So that is 13 minutes that it took me. All right. 25 plus 10. Yeah, it took me about 13 minutes. So that's not bad. And so I have plenty of time left over, and you know. Here we go. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed Astoria. Like I said, this mod is absolutely incredible. It's like there are mods that feel like they were made by some dude, you know, who just was like likes to make stuff for fun. And there's nothing wrong with those. Those are great in their own way a lot of times. And then there are mods that feel like, you know, professionally made games, like actual products. And this is definitely one of them. I would say this mod feels like something that would cost money, something that should cost money. And I would also say Ebb Eternity, probably Ebb Eternity 2, but both Ebb Eternities. Actually, Ebb Eternity 1 is still a bit more of a, has that homemade feel to it. Ebb Eternity 2 is, well, at that point, the guy who made Ebb Eternity 2, 1 and 2, by Ebb Eternity 2, he had also professionally worked on the game Proteus, so he is an actual professional game developer. So Ebb Eternity 2 kind of is like a professionally made game, in a way. But you know, this mod absolutely is on the same level as Ebb Eternity 2, in my opinion. And that's why I will be playing Ebb Eternity 2 on the channel eventually. I will have to work up to it. It can be a pretty difficult mod, so I haven't played Doom in a while. I've been playing Marathon for the last several weeks, if not months. So, but yeah, I will be playing Ebb Eternity 2, and you know, I mean, it's really nothing like Marathon or Astoria, but you know, just the level of quality is similar, and I hope I'll be able to illustrate that playthrough. But you know, back to Astoria. This mod is you know, it's really good on a lot of different levels. Like it's fun. The items are unique, and they're actually very good in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. The spells are all really cool. It all like, you know, works well. It functions good. The controls are pretty intuitive. It can be a little difficult to cycle between multiple spells in the middle of a big fight, but that is, you know, kind of just a skill issue, really. And you know, the story is pretty good. I mean, it's got the full on, like, you know, save points and everything. There's no hell stations because you have healing cans, but it's got terminals, and it has dead bodies you can talk to. So like they put a respectable amount of effort into this, and you know, I just feel like we should, you know, it's worth giving credit. Credit is absolutely due in this case. Hang on, can I get back up the tower to like see the view? There we go. That's a better frame of that shot, I think. You can see the middle a little better. Oh. Okay. Yeah, but so, I mean, I've said it multiple times. Yeah, this is an absolutely incredible mod. You know, really it's a good, kind of shows you like what's possible with mods. You know, like this adds a lot to it. It feels like a proper Marathon game, but it is heavily expanded upon the classic Marathon formula. And you know, it's just a very, like, you could clearly tell that it was made with care, and that's really when something is made with care, as I've said before, it tends to be good. And the quality tends to show. And so this was very clearly made with care, because why else would you do something for free like this for no reason other than because you care, you know, because you love the game and you love creating stuff and you want to share it with the world. And you know, I think this was probably a fairly anticipated mod, you know, at the time of its release. There aren't that, I don't think there are very many high-profile marathon mods anymore, but you know, this had a trailer and everything, so I didn't discover this until very, you know, recently. I think last year is when I first played it. Last year being 2025. I think it came out in like 2021 or 2, maybe 3. So you know, it's been out for a few years, but it's very good, and I hope they make some kind of a continuation, maybe, or whatever Work's next project is. I don't think he's made any other big campaign type mods like this since ISTORIA. But whenever he does make it, I'm sure it'll be released on Steam Workshop, so I will be interested in playing that. They do have another, they call these scenarios, these like mod campaigns. They have another scenario called Marathon Huge, which is like kind of more of a joke wad, which I have not played, but I might play it if maybe like if I ever get back into marathon mods. That may be the first one I play, but I think for now this is probably going to be the end of Marathon on the channel. I might do Apotheosis X, but we'll see. So here we go. Alright, I'll read this. You may not actually... it's probably not going to record what I say, but it was only seconds after the Kalima escaped ISTORIA when Sentinel's defenses came online. All life on the surface was then eliminated through the release of highly concentrated radiation. The attacking 4 warship soon found itself under heavy fire. It was quickly overwhelmed and destroyed, as was the entire fleet of reinforcements that had just started arriving. It was estimated that over 21% of the force's total military numbers were eliminated in this single engagement. Historians considered this loss one of the several pivotal turning points in the war that led to the eventual fall of the Four Empire in 2881. The whereabouts of the indigenous Marak who escaped ISTORIA long ago remained unknown. It was generally understood that they were one of the possibly numerous sphitic offshoot species to have once existed. The Marak never learned the fate of the Yarrow being who released them. They only knew it left Astoria to check on star systems elsewhere throughout the galaxy. Sentinel's defenses remained raised indefinitely, isolating the planet from any outside contact or study. The Kalima was found by the UASC Rotterdam near the edge of the star system several weeks after the incident. The lone occupant, a cyborg, rarely spoke of what occurred and what he learned on the planet. He died less than 3 years later due to complications brought on by the breakdown of his cybernetic components. Following his death, the events of the ISTORIA incident became a mystery lost to time. Alright. So here's my final score. I got up to level 15. My total score was 139. I think last time I played it I only got like 123 or 125. So that is better. At 2,323 kills, 1,201 spell kills, and 25 uses of time stopping. Alright. But how many? I had 20. Did I have 25 class activations? Yeah, I guess. Okay. I found 2 secrets. Goddamn. Killed 22 juggernauts. 3 flame yads, 113 regular yads. I had the most kills of regular 4 fighters. That makes sense. And the most kills I had It doesn't tell you how many kills you had with each weapon. It just says your number of shots and your hit percentage. Interesting. Okay. And that is it. Okay. Well, I don't know if you heard anything. Hopefully you were able to see my score screen and everything. If not, then I guess just pause it to read, unfortunately. That is an issue with NVIDIA shadow play capturing and the ALF1 port, I guess. It seems that I've explained this, but it's like it registers if the ending screens or chapter title screens are still images, then it registers the still images like only one frame of the whole recording, which is probably how it's like rendered in the game. It's like just one. It's probably not a continuous frame that's continuously playing, in the game, I guess. But so unfortunately, anything I say during those, it was likely cut off. But yeah, that's the end of ISTORIA. I hope you guys enjoyed. We can take a look at the credits one last time. Yeah, we get the Sunset Skybox too. Yeah, it was. This is a project only made by 3 guys, and it was quite enjoyable. I thought, that ending sequence. It reminds me a lot of the end of Death Stranding. Actually, I somehow keep talking about Death Stranding with one of these marathon videos. But Death Stranding, both Death Stranding games, you're like are slowly walking across. The first game you're walking across the U.S., and the second game I think you're walking across Australia mostly. You're trying to get to like from one end of the continent to the other, and you finally do that. And then once you finally reach the end, you have to go back. You have to walk back, like walk the entire distance back. And but if you were playing the game properly, you should have vehicles and roads and everything set up to make that journey much easier, at least. Which I did both times. So that was why it was enjoyable, because my preparation was rewarded. And this is similar, it's you have to run back through the whole game back to the beginning, and if you were paying attention, then that's rewarded. And or even if you had to look it up, and still remembering what route to take, even through following a video, can be kind of hard, because the way someone's playing might not be exactly the way that you play. So it can just be difficult unless they're like verbally explaining everything they're doing, which most videos of this are not. Then it's hard to just remember that. But your mental preparation is rewarded by you being able to complete the sequence. A lot of times I've found that I would tend to get hit by explosions and rockets in those lava areas, and I would tend to get knocked off the edge and fall into the lava, which is really annoying. And then you got to start over, of course. And the fact that there are no save points too, I'm sure grinds a lot of people's gears. But marathon's always kind of been about having limited saves, and with the limited saves, there are often entire levels with no save points, or just whole sequences you have to do without saves, or often without saves or health. So that's all actually always been a part of marathon. And my understanding also is that the end of Pathways into Darkness, you have to escape the pyramid, because you've set a nuke off inside of it to put the working calculator back to sleep in that game. So this was kind of an homage more so to Pathways, the end of Pathways, than the end of Death Stranding. I'm sure Work was not playing Death Stranding, was not thinking of Death Stranding when he set up the ending to this game. But once you've done that ending sequence a few times, and it is fun, so I think it is worth doing a few times. It's like pretty easy. You just kind of know where to go, and when to use what spells to get through certain areas. It's mostly like when to use black holes, when to use chain burst, when to use reflex, And if you're playing Timekeeper, when to stop time, because there are a few points when you're just getting point blanked. But yeah, so that is the end of the game. Story wise, we defeated, we reactivated Sentinel. Sentinel killed all the four, and we escaped the planet before Sentinel released radiation, which killed all the four, and we escaped before the radiation killed us. And it said that Sentinel also killed approximately 21% of the Force naval fleet, which was likely instrumental, one of the key moments in the Four War that eventually led to the Four's downfall. So that's cool. We have a little piece in the story. We are not, and then it says we died. So we are not Marathon Guy. They could have tried to weave that in somehow, but no, we are not Marathon Guy. And unfortunately, we died. We were already dead. And we had experimental cybernetics, which could not be maintained, unfortunately, by the Earth scientists or wherever we ended up. Probably the Astoria scientists would have. We probably would have died eventually, anyways. But if we stayed on Astoria with those scientists. But yeah, and without the working Kagander's Dream Force, there are no spells. The Yellow Crystal won't work. So all of that, it's just going to stay there. And Sentinel is still active, so the planet is essentially unreachable. You can't get down there without Sentinel killing you. So Astoria is going to remain just closed off forever, probably, because the Yarrow structure is allegedly designed to operate forever. So, but yeah, I mean, there was a hell of a mod, a lot of fun, pretty good story, pretty decent characters. Like Sullivan, is actually, I wouldn't say Sullivan's probably meant to be the bad guy, like maybe the antagonist. It depends, because the scientist Sullivan is the bad guy, but I mean, he's our ally. We're doing what he says. Scientists are like, don't listen to Sullivan. He's a fucking asshole. I fucking hate that guy. But then he's like pretty chill to us. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just kind of funny. But yeah, I think that will be all. There's a chance that that's all for Astoria, and that will probably be all for Marathon on the channel. We have now played 4 games in a row. If you're watching this, if you've been watching since the first Marathon video, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the series. It's been a lot of fun, and I think this mod is a good way to cap it off. And if I upload another Marathon series, it'll be Hypothesis X, probably, which I have not finished yet. So I want to finish it offline first before I record anything, just to make sure that I don't get lost or anything. And I don't want to have 2 saves going at once, because the saves are like in this, you don't select which save you use. It just keeps going down the list. So I would end up with like having some saves up here and some saves down here for different playthroughs. I don't want that. So I definitely need to finish the game first before I record anything. So that is yet to be decided. When that's going to be, I don't know. It seems like the time that I may spend playing through it could be spent recording something else, So that's the only reason that I'm like on the fence. It's not that I don't want to finish it, but if I'm being honest, I am a little fatigued of Marathon at this point. I've been playing it nonstop since like January, so it's now March as of the recording of this. It's not like this probably isn't going to be uploaded until like July or so, maybe August. But so I haven't been playing Marathon for that long. But who knows? Maybe by that time I'll finish Hypothesis X. But I think we pretty much covered everything in this story. I could show you the bad ending, but it basically just confirms that the working calendar is released and destroys everything. So I would have to replay the whole ending sequence, which is not too bad. It's only 13 more minutes, but I think you guys get the gist. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a PC, pretty much any PC should be able to run Marathon. And, it's free on Steam, Classic Marathon. And Historia is also free. All you have to do is you have to subscribe to the mod page for Historia on the Steam Workshop, and then it'll automatically install the mod onto your Steam. And then when you launch Marathon, it's a mod for Marathon Infinity. And then when you launch Marathon Infinity, it gives you the choice if you want to play basic Marathon Infinity vanilla, or if you want to play Historia or whatever other mods you have installed. And there are quite a few mods on the Steam Workshop. I'm sure it's not every Marathon mod, but all the important ones, the significant ones, I think have been ported to Steam by their creators just for ease of access. So I think that's a great system. And and like I said, just this is primitive software this is a primitive game engine from 1996. So and it does have some modern amenities, but I'm pretty sure anyone's PC should be able to run this. So there's no requirements. So it's great, if you have budget hardware, it's just a budget game. It's free and it doesn't really easy to run. So highly recommend. Lots of fun, and the spells are all really cool, and it's a good addition to the game's combat. There are a lot of enemies in all the fights. The fights are pretty intense combat wise, but with the spells, you are very powerful. So it can be, if you're not careful. As you saw, there were a few episodes where I was not being as careful as I needed to be. I took quite a bit of damage, and I was running very low on health cans, but luckily I managed to dig myself back out of that hole. And then the ending sequence, they give you a shit ton of them. So, and I ended the game with 30, 32, I think. And the story is pretty good. The terminals and the interaction with the dead bodies, it's all pretty well done. Definitely very, very impressive for a free fan-made project. So highly recommended. If you're in the market for any kind of mods for a retro game, this is a really good one, really high quality one. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. That's all for Marathon Historia. And stay tuned for the next game, which will either be Hypothesis X, or if not, then I'll probably move on to Doom and start playing through some Doom mods. I put a tentative game schedule on the in my channel description, so you can read that. I think Doom is next on there. I'm probably just going to follow that order. I think Hypothesis X is on there as a maybe, and then Doom is next. The only thing that may change about that schedule is I could decide to do Halo first, because after Marathon next comes Halo. But I think I'm gonna probably stick to Doom. Probably gonna, because I don't have Halo on PC. I have that on Xbox, and recording is right now is a little bit easier for me on PC. So I might just stick with boomer shooters that I can play on my PC. So that is yet to be determined. But stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, subscribe if you're looking forward to seeing some Doom or Halo. I will play both. Whichever one I don't play, I'll get to the other one. I'll get to that one eventually. It's not like I'm not going to ever play it, so don't worry about that. But I will be the next games. Whatever the next game I play is, it'll be just like the same format as this. I'll probably do roughly one level per video, and I'll just kind of talk about it as I play through. Things I like about it, things I remember, and So if you like this format of video, then I hope you'll enjoy those upcoming series. So yeah, thanks again. One last time, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed all of Marathon. I hope you enjoyed Astoria. And I will see you in the next episode.